What's up, y'all? This is your boy DJ Killzone Jones. Uh, Welcome to Killzone Interviews number 7. I'm here with my man Bentley Hendrixx, and on this show, what I like to do, I like to get people from my city, St. Louis, Missouri, and abroad to tell me, what they got going on. If they're a producer, they're an artist, they're a gamer, whatever that you have going on. I like to bring you on the show and highlight you. So today I want to welcome my homie Bentley Hendrixx. Go ahead and tell the people who you are. Go ahead and tell the people who
What
you
up, what up, listeners, fans, and all that? I'm Bentley Hendrixx, man, producer from the Loop. First off, I gotta thank DJ Killzone for this opportunity, man, for giving me this look. That's big, man. He been rocking with me since I was just so little old EVB. So we on the bigger and better things.
are. All right, all right. So uh, let's go ahead and get right into it. Bentley, what inspired you, you know, to get into music? What inspired you, uh, to get into the music game?
For real, I hate to get this cliche answer, but I feel like it was always in me. Like my family. My brother was a artist, man. He played everything, any instrument you could name. And my granny and my mama, they got me keyboards as toys when I was way before I knew I was into music. They knew what was up. So
Hmm.
it's
So
that.
what was your brother's name?
My brother's name is Vance Wormley, man. Von Wormley. He was with a band named Magnum, and they actually dropped the album in the '70s. Um, I think the album was called Fully Loaded. Back in that '70s funk era. And, he was doing vocals on that. He was doing
Hmm.
keys, trumpet, horns, all of that. So, rest in peace too. I never got to meet my brother. What's crazy about it? So I carry him with me every time I lay a track down.
Okay. Um. So once you got started, when did you started producing professionally?
Professionally, man, I give it like when I really started thinking like this could be a career for me. It was in 2001. Like early, man, when I first got introduced to Fruity Loops and all the software to create beats and stuff. And the first program I ever actually rocked with was Acid. You would just basically, they gave you a big file full of loops, and you would just match up these loops until you had what I thought was a beat at the time. And
Hmm.
since then, I've
Hmm.
been rocking.
Okay. So like for the people who don't know, I remember when as Ben said at first, I remember when EV started as EV Beats. So now he has changed his name to Bentley Hendrixx. Like, what made you want to change your name from EV Beats? You already was established, in the city. What made you wanted to change your name to uh Bentley Hendrixx?
Man, for real, it was a couple, two different reasons, main reasons for sure. It was the market was getting oversaturated with new producers popping up. I'm tennis shoe beats. I'm so and so beats. I'm this cat beats. And so it was like, I'm trying to stand out from that. And what I did, I've always rocked with Jimi Hendrix from, since my early days of listening to music. And Bentley is one fly ass car. And I put the two together, and hence you have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, you know, what artists kind of influenced you when you were coming up? I mean, other than your brother, what you know, what other artists inspired you, my dude, when you jumped into the game? Like, who were you listening to back then, that inspired you? And what are your favorite, genres of music?
So, so I say as far as inspiration, man, it would have to come from all that early Bone Thugs I was listening to. that early P Diddy with Puff Daddy back in them days, and it just that whole bad boy movement at the time was real big in my and me really wanting to do this like for real. And man,
Mhm.
like yeah, like genres, man, I'm all over the place. Like people wouldn't even believe listening to my beats. That I used to play punk, you know what I'm saying, a punk rock band. You know what I'm saying? I used to play lead
You did. What
guitar.
was it? What was the name of the punk rock band?
Man, that was in middle school. What was the name of our band, bro? Oh man. Oh, I was just looking at this old paper from the yearbook. Ah, shit, I can't even remember the name of the band. It's a while ago, man. Yeah, I used to be heavy into that punk rock. I listened to a lot of drum and bass music every now and then. You know, anything, just good music in general, man. Just whatever was good music. 'Cause it's really only two types of music: good music and not so good music. So I
Okay.
try to stick with good music.
Okay. All right. Uh. So that's cool. So what? Who are your favorite artists? That's out right now. Who are your favorite artists that you listen to that you bump on your headphones? And by the way, I sent you a message in the chat.
All right, man. You know, I'm halfway technologically advanced. I might get it in a 10, 30 minutes from now or something. But
It's right there on the side. Right there on the side. Click that blue note. Just move your cursor over there to the left. It's
see,
in
I'm
that
on the
blue.
tablet. But it's on the tablet right now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, uh, and what artists have you produced for?
Um, locally, I produce for pretty much the whole doorway camp, man. That's Tef, you know, Rockwell Knuckles,
Uh,
Nick Man, Artifact, man, all of them cats from doorway. Around the city, thanks to Noah. That was been my artist from, you know, back way back when. Um, man, young chick named Gabby, man. I mean, the list just goes on and on, man. But on the
how
national
did you
scene, I did some.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, on the national scene, you know, I did a track for Killer Mike, did a track for Huey, and
Okay.
you know, that's just getting on the catalog, man.
Okay. So, so let's see here. So, what like I'm trying to think of another question I wanted to ask you because I have a lot of them, but I do it off the cuff so that that the show is authentic. I try not to stick to a script. Um,
So,
so a lot of people would say, like you said earlier, that the STL producer of music game is saturated. Don't nobody get on. Don't nobody really make no money. But you really, you know what I'm saying. You stay working. You stay positive. You stay grinding. Um, and you have a brand and you have people that invest into you for your for your craft. I remember you sending me previews of the beats that you were doing with EV Beats and you know um what keeps you motivated, Bentley? Like what really keeps you motivated into, doing the music?
man, just believing in it, man. For real, just seeing it every day, the possibilities, man. Just knowing that it can take you, you know, further than you ever been before, as far as in life, or literally and figuratively. Figuratively, you know, you can travel, you can see things you never saw before,
Hmm.
buy stuff you never saw before, and just seeing other people get it, man. Like seeing people come up, man, that I've watched from their bottom stage. It's just like you watch me from the bottom, you know,
Hmm.
seeing them progress and knowing it's there, it's reality.
Hmm. Okay. So describe your recording process. Like when you step off in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of different producers. I know a lot of different producers. So what is your recording process when you sit down and you want to make a beat? What's your recording process?
I mean, a lot of the times I just go with the flow, man. Just whatever. I can't even say whatever I'm feeling at the time. I just start touching keys, running through sounds, and
Hmm.
I got something dope. I use it. I just build on that.
Now, do you record at the crib or do you record at a studio?
Both. Like a lot of my tracks that I produce, a lot of beats I do right here at the studio I got in my house. A lot of the beats, I mean, a lot of the professional recordings and stuff like that, we'll take it to the big house and let them put their magic on it.
Okay. Um. Okay. So, how did you like describe your experiences working with like Doorway and that camp over there? How did you end up meeting Doorway and describe your experience working with them?
Yeah, man, it's just a bunch of cool ass dudes, man. It's always a hell
Hmm.
of a time around them cats, man. It's gonna be, you gonna have a story to tell somebody the next day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a story you heard or whatever. Like, but I ended up linking up with them through some work I did with another artist, and ended up reaching out to Nick Min and through their studio over there in Illinois, and dropped them off some tracks and all of that stuff. This was like a year, probably a year ago, man. And so all of that material is getting released now that we've been
Hmm.
working on years back, or at least a year back.
Okay. Um. So so did you go and were you hands on? Because a lot of producers nowadays, you know, they'll just drop the track off and
Right.
then what I'm saying, like they'll send you the beat, and then you'll put your ad libs on it, your tags on it, so people know that you produced it, or if they decide to use it. But did you jump in the studio with the guys and actually, are you hands on when you produce tracks?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, it really it works both ways. You know what I'm saying? Some people come, they just want beats. They hear a dope beat, they want it. It's already done, and then
Hmm.
it comes down. Like my artists who I personally work with or work a lot closer with, I'm actually producing with them. I'm telling them, hey, nah, say it like this, sing it like that.
Hmm.
Right here, we're gonna put this right there. You know what I'm saying? We really producing records in some cases, and that's where the best material comes from. You know what I'm saying? If you just come get a beat from me, that's cool. But you're not gonna know what I had in mind for that track or where I see it going. So it's gonna be that
Hmm.
gap. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a gap between the creative process. I started something, and then it's the gap right there, and then you started something new. And you jumped on it
Hmm.
instead of that whole thought out and making it, full produced creative thought.
Hmm. Um. So, Bentley, what projects do you have, working, that you got coming up now? I mean, I see that you got the whole Be Legendary project that you working on, or movement that you working on that you getting out there. Of course, I had a everything Killzown movie. Everybody got to have a movement behind what they doing to get people, what I'm saying, to get people interested and get people hyped for their movement. So, what you working with, what you working on, and tell the people, what it's all about.
Okay, for sure, man. Right now, it's pushing the Be Legendary deal. It's a part of the B Hendrixx brand, the Bentley Hendrixx brand. I'm
Hmm.
actually rocking right here that 101, just fucking Be Legendary.
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all see it, but it's really just all about doing, just being the best you could be, just putting your best out there. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Just having that faith to know that you don't be something because you are something right now.
Hmm.
So just
Hmm.
pushing that through the. I'm gonna drop a couple of pieces in this line I'm doing. I'll probably just keep it basic, man. Hoodies, tees. You know what I'm saying? Start off for now, and then a couple projects musically too, following behind that as well. So
Okay.
mixtapes, singles, and working building my publishing company will sign a few artists here in the near future.
Okay. So, who are you looking to work with in the music industry at large? You know what? Who do you? I try not to say the rap game because people know that you're a hip hop producer, but you produce a lot of different tracks. A lot of hip hop producers kind of stay up in one. Um, they stay up in one area. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
mean,
know.
just really somebody who willing to work, man, who take it seriously and not only taking it seriously, like you gotta have some level of talent. You gotta be able to meet me somewhere. I can't feel like I'm pulling you up. Either we pulling each other up or you pulling me up. Like so
Mhm.
anybody who do that, like that's who I'm ready to work.
Okay, like, but who do you have, in mind? Like, is there somebody in the industry that you really want to work with, like an artist?
I mean Boosie home, man. So, I've been trying to work with Boosie since I started doing this, man. So I love to do a track with Boosie. I love to do work with Jason Derulo, man. That's the cat I want to work with. I got some tracks for him.
I'm
Uh,
familiar. I'm familiar.
I got some work I want to get to him, man. Usher, Usher most definitely is
Hmm.
in the targets and the sites. Um, Ross, Ross doing his thing right now, making incredible music. I love to put something together for him. I mean, just everybody, man. Anybody who's willing and ready to work, man. I'm ready.
Okay. So like, when you're not making music, you know, uh, what music do that you listen to? Like, what, what I'm saying? What music were like? What artists? What songs? What you listening to right now?
Like right now, I've been bumping the hell out of that Big Sean, man. His latest project. Um,
The Hall of Fame.
I've been rocking Hall of Fame, man.
Mm.
Um, just recently, I kind of fell in and out of the Drake. You know what I'm saying? I ran through it, but like really just playing over and over again. It's been that Hall of Fame. I've been going back listening to that old first Future mixtape.
Okay.
Right now, really those two, man, because I'm good for sticking with one project for a long time. Like if I'm really feeling it, like that Hall of Fame been that one because we all know that certain music is carries you through seasons of your life, man, and that Hall of Fame that's the season I'm in right now, and that's really where my mind and my ear has been sticking to lately.
Okay. So other than producing, and making your clothing line be legendary, like, what do aim or aspire to do? You know what I'm saying? And what are your other business ventures that you want to get into to really, to fund and support your craft?
I mean, you just said it, man. Be legendary. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Like,
Okay.
I'm saying just with the music to the clothing, just dope shit in general, man. Whatever I could do and bring to the masses that's dope as fuck. When you hear it, when you see about it, and you stop and look at it, you just think, God damn, that's dope. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I know I'm being
Okay.
vague, man. That's just me, man. I'm never really specific as you probably would like me to be.
Oh no, it's fine, man. Like I pride this, the show being it's for it's for your benefit. It's your show. I'm asking you the
Yeah.
questions. You know what I'm saying? I made this show because I wanted people like you that's actually out here putting in the work, to do something and to be something. To what I'm saying, to jump on and tell us what you got going on. Um, do you feel like well, I got another question for you. I got um man so if a person is an artist, we're gonna do the shout outs at the end of the show and where people can find you. But what is the best way for an artist to hit you up? Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people contact artists and they assume, okay, well, I'm cool with this person on Facebook. I'm gonna hit them up for a beat on Facebook. But you hit them with go to BentleyHendrixx.com and purchase a beat. You know what I'm saying? And then they be like, well, I don't think I can get one. Can you give me one on the slide? I feel like that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you know somebody and you grew up with them, but if a person is just seeking your production out, say they heard you on, on a doorway project, say they heard say they heard one of your other artists' music, and they get at you. What is the best way, or the most, the way that you would want artists to come contact you? Because that's the number one complaint among producers nowadays, is that the MCs don't, what I'm saying, have, they stuff together as far as business etiquette. So what would you recommend for the artists? It doesn't matter if they're a rapper or whatever, but just an artist in general. What is the best way for them to contact you in the most professional way? How would you want them to contact you?
I mean, it's like with me, like with a lot of my tracks, like basically all my information is out there, all the way down to my personal phone number. You know what I'm saying? Like I get people calling me from everywhere across the country with tracks, on a weekly, daily basis. And so it's like when you do call, just make sure it's business. So when you hit me up, I don't care how you hit me up. Honestly, you hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram me a picture doing sign language. It don't matter. Like whatever you doing, just let it be professional. Like no, it's business when you come holler at me. Like you said, unless you my partner from, what I'm saying, sixth grade or something, which is a little different too, because you still got to be talking about something then. But
Hmm.
just be professional with it. Like, what I'm saying, understand that this is a business. Don't come to me like I'm, your homeboy making beats from middle school. Come to me like this is an honest business, and I'm trying to make a living off of what I do. I don't just come talking about, can you throw me some beats? We talking to Def Jam and all this whoopie wop shit, because we know that. We know the game. We done heard that story a billion times.
People be like, "Oh man, I'm signed to Def Jam, or I'm da da da." Because if they were signed to Def Jam will be hitting you up as well as
Exactly.
him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to hit you up on that. And people got to recognize sometimes everything ain't gonna be perfect. You know, but at the same time, you have to maintain a level of professionalism and come with your money. Bring your money. Like I can't go to, I tell people all the time, if you don't go to, you know, the rim rides, you don't go to EV, when I want to host people, mixtapes. I'm putting a stamp
Right.
on, you give me the money to put the stamp on your mixtape. You know what I'm
Straight up.
saying? And then and that's just how I'm rocking with it. And I feel you on that, my dude. It's professionalism is everything, because people tend to mix business and pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
family and business, and I don't think that's a good mixture. So,
Right.
what advice would you give to the young producers in the game that's coming out now? What have you learned? What pitfalls have that you had to overcome? And what I'm saying? What would you give them on crafting they sound and getting it out there to the masses?
First and foremost, if you trying to do, popular, what's known as popular mainstream music, listen to popular mainstream music. Study that music. Study what makes it popular. Study what makes a hit a hit. Listen to their sounds. I mean, break it all the way down. You know what I mean? To the length of the track. When does the drums come in? When do they go off? When does the vocal come in? When does it
Hmm.
stop? You know what I'm saying? Just study all of that. But and then secondly, I say be about your business. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is gonna respect it any other kind of way. Like if you coming around, sitting around all shy and unconfident about yourself, I'm fruitful with the beats, and I would just really hope that you would maybe please give me a chance to make a beat. Like nah, like you gotta step in there like you own it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like that's the only way they gonna respect it. So, do what you got to do to handle your business. Do what you got to do to advance your craft, and do what you got to do to make sure you always respect it for what you do, for the work you put in. That's my advice. Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Okay. Um. So, that's another question I got for you. When you started, in the music game, like, what were your goals and your aspirations in the, in getting into music? Because a lot of people just want to get into it for the money. A lot of people just want to step on this game, and it is a money maker, but those people tend not to stay around for too long. A lot of those people, they either they're gonna be ordinary or they're gonna be legendary. And I see that you want to be legendary. So, hey, that's a good tagline you put on the shirt. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There you go. But so what were your goals and aspirations when you started as EV Beats and you made the transition? Then when you made the transition to Bentley Hendrixx, what were your goals and aspirations then? Because I see that when you created that name, you had, what I'm saying, you had change in mind. So,
Right. Right. For me, it's really just it's really like if it was about the money to me, like I could have went to I did go to college. I'm still in school now, to be honest.
mm,
But as a freshman at a high school, I had a scholarship to Morehouse. You know what I'm saying, down in Atlanta, the Morehouse College. It was about
mm,
the money. I could have finished at Morehouse and been, had a law degree and been, banging these cases back to back, making this big money. But it ain't about the paper to me. Like if it was about the paper, I could go get a lawnmower and cut grass in the summer and go get a snowblower and blow snow in the winter. You know what I'm saying? If it
mm,
was about paper. So like to me, it's more than that, man. It's about like the respect for my peers, respect for my people above me, and just to create a legendary feeling, man. That's the theme of it, man. Like, I'm in it for these Grammys, man. I want to fill up my mantelpiece with Grammys, man. Like Kanye said, I want a Grammy family. You know,
mm,
sit there and watch them, and tell my grandkids about what Papa Bentley did back in the day. So,
mm. All
and
right.
that money too. Don't get it twisted, man. I need that paper too.
I mean, everybody needs money to make to make their mission to survive. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the world we
Right.
live in. That's what, that's the world we live in. So, um, you know, um, Billy, man, like, what do you think about, since we in St. Louis, what do you think about this ongoing, like, feud between newer STL artists and older STL artists? Like, do you feel like it's enough room for everybody, or do the new artists need to big up and pay homage and not speak nothing bad about the older artists? Or what I'm saying? Do you feel like what I'm saying? Do you feel like it's enough room for everybody and everybody should kind of work together? Like other cities do. Because I see in other cities everybody may not like each other, but they work with each other at least once or twice because they understand my philosophy of everybody should get to become a king first, then to go to war. You can't be a foot soldier and try to go to war. What I noticed
That's
about every other city, everybody get on, they help each other, they jump on each other's tracks. Not every other city. I'm gonna say, the Atlantas, the LA's, New York is on its way back right now. A lot of different cities. Texas, is one. A lot of different cities, are on the map right now. They work together. They may not like each other in the long run, as we've seen with a lot of these different cities and movements, but on a whole, they win it. So what is your theory? You think the St. Louis artists should bag back, or they should voice their opinion, or they should get at these older artists? And the older artists need to help out, or do they need to keep doing what they doing, and the younger artists need to work their chops?
I mean, like me personally, like I got my clique that I mess with. I got people outside of my clique that I rock with. It is no hatred towards nobody anywhere, period.
Hmm.
But at the same time, like all them hours that I'm spending grinding, like staying up 48 hours, making beats, mixing beats, hosting beats, talking business, like as if I was one of the OGs and I was in my shoes, and I know I put in all that work, and it's somebody coming around expecting a handout just because we from the same city, that's ridiculous. That's
Mm,
pure ridiculous.
okay. Um, let's see here. So EV, one second. All right, camera was going off. So EV, what let's see here. Is there any other artists that you working with right now that you know on their projects right now? I know you got the Be Legendary campaign, but what artists are you working with right now, and what projects can we see you on in the future? EV, you there? Can you hear me? EV, you there? EV, you there? All right, folks. It look like we having a little bit of a technical difficulties. So 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Looks like we lost EV. Be 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. All right. You there, EV? All right. There's a little technical difficulties, y'all. We doing this live on Google Hangout. So just be 1 second. 1 second, y'all. All right. We lost connection with EV, so I'm gonna take him out and bring him back in. Oh, my bad. Bentley Hendrixx. So yeah, if you want to be on Killzone interviews, send me your email at djkillzonejones at djkillzonejones at gmail.com. Get at me Twitter DJ Killzone Jones, Facebook DJ Killzone Jones, and that's DJ KIZOONJONES at gmail.com, and DJ Killzone Jones, 3 words, separate, on Facebook. Google Plus DJ Killzone Jones. I actually have 2 pages on there. One DJ Killzone is all 1 word, and then Jones, and then the second one is DJ Killzone Jones, 3 separate words. So I have all of that down there in the description box, as well as EV as soon as we get them back. Um, be 1 second, y'all. 1 second. We're waiting on them to come back in. But if you in the chat right now, man, leave us some comments. If you got any questions for EV, go ahead and leave us a comment down in the chat. In the chat on the right hand side of your screen. Go ahead, give us a holla holla. Waiting on them. Hmm. All right, 1 second. We have some technical issues with EV. Uh, I'm trying to get him back here in a second. Uh, hmm. 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. All right. So yeah, after this one, we're gonna be having Big Shell from Fighters Alliance, aka Sin Killer from the Fighters Alliance. He gonna be up next at 1:15. So stick around. We're gonna be having that up here next. Okay. All right. So what we gonna do? We gonna jump back, and I'm gonna come right back um to the broadcast. We're gonna try to get EV back in. All right. Here's your boy. Peace.